Hi everyone, welcome to another maths challenge, and today we're going to be attempting to find the square root of a number. Basically, you use the radical sign, which we'll find out over here in this video, and we're going to have a lot of fun trying to find these numbers, okay? And also, special announcement, thank you very much for the support of the channel. At the time of recording this video, we have 35 subscribers, and we have nearly 400 views in total, so thank you so much, guys, and yeah, see you there. So, to do some maths like this, to find the square root of a number, basically, we first have to look for what the square root's symbol is. That is the square root symbol, or aka the radical sign, whatever you like to call it. Basically, with square root signs, the funny thing is that there's actually a 2 over here. But normally mathematicians write it down like that. Why? Why is there no 2 in this new radical sign? Because this symbol is so common that they tried simplifying it. Who's they? The mathematicians. So they simplify it by crossing out the 2. It's still there. It's invisible. It's still there, but it just won't be shown. That's how this radical sign came to be. Okay, so that's the sign. But how do we find the radical of a number, or the square root of a number? Let's find out. I pick a random number 16 and I put the square root symbol on top of it, and that's what the problem looks like. Now we need to find the square root of 16. How do we find this out? Now let's talk about a topic called inverse operations to get to this. Inverse operations, what are they? Inverse basically means opposite. So it's just doing the opposite operation. For example, what does the addition symbol do? It adds, it amplifies the value. What does the subtraction value do? It deducts, it deduces values. Wouldn't you say these two are opposite? Like they do the opposite things? Two opposite operations? Yeah. So that's what makes them inverse operations. Another example is, what about multiplication and division? Funnily enough, multiplication and division are actually also inverse operations because they do the opposite operations, opposite things. So what's the inverse operation of the square root sign? It's actually exponents. What are exponents? That'll be another video, but to give you a nutshell explanation, it's basically one number multiplied by itself that gets a value. For example, the square root of 6, well, not the square root, but 6's exponent would, let's say, we can, basically exponents, you put any number on top of the 6, like a little number like this. So we could pick putting the number over 2 over here, and since we're doing the square root, remember there's a 2 over here, but we don't have to write it. Since we're doing the square root, let's just try solving this. 6 exponent 2. To read that out, it's basically 6 squared. 6 multiplied by itself 2 times. If I put a 3 over here instead, it would be 6 multiplied by itself 3 times. So if we were to solve this problem, don't worry, we'll come back to the square root one later. That would be 6 multiplied by itself 2 times. 6 multiplied by 6. What's 6 multiplied by 6? 36. So that means 6 squared equals 36. Wow! So now back to the purpose of this video. So if you know the square root is the inverse operation of exponents, so if it's the inverse operation, it means we need to find the opposite of exponents. So we need to find what two numbers multiplied by each other to get 16. So the algebra version is x multiplied by x equals 16. What's the value of x? And x is the same number. If you think about it for a little bit, 4 multiplied by 4 equals 16. And let me give another banger for you. 4 squared must also be 16. Whoa, mind blown! So that means the answer to the square root of 16 is 4. Hey, Mr. Anonymous Person, pick any random number.
6.
6? Okay, thanks. Also, another cool trick you can do to find the square root in your head is to find the square root of 1600. How do we do that? Let's think. What's 0 squared? There's actually a rule. 0 squared equals 0. You know that? Because 0 multiplied by 0 is 0, technically. So, what we're going to do, we're going to cross out both of these zeros, and we're going to put a 0 here. This will be our, actually, no, let's put a 0 here, because that's going to be our answer. Now we need to find the square root of 16. Hold up, we just solved that. That was 4, wasn't it? So we can put a 4 over here, and we're actually finding the square root of 1600 in our head without doing anything. 40! Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.